I think I'm getting sick. Hey everybody, my name is Elvis, and you're watching Joan of Our House. Gonna be talking about all the movies that I saw in the first week of July. If you're new here, my goal is to watch 365 movies in 365 days. And holy hell, it's exhausting already. Let's just start watching movies. So there isn't a very good trailer for this movie. So I looked up a video essay. The first movie that I saw in July was Akira Kurosawa's Ran. This movie was made kind of towards the end of Akira Kurosawa's lifetime, and holy hell, this guy put his whole foot in this movie. This movie is amazing. Um, I mean, if you don't mind reading subtitles, captions, and kind of having this prolonged story kind of not necessarily get dragged out, but it is a longer movie, or I guess pace wise. Uh, Damn, dude, this movie is so good. Let's read the synopsis. Ran. In a mad world, only the mad are sane. Shakespeare's King Lear is reimagined as a singular historical epic set in 16th century Japan, where an aging warlord divides his kingdom between his three sons. Yeah, the way I had to explain this movie to like Nicole and my other friends is that the warlord dressed in white, that guy, is breaking down his empire and splitting it, dividing it into his three sons. Yellow, the oldest; red, the second; and blue, the youngest. Those guys. Um, and White, the eldest, the dad, gives his empire to his son, Yellow. And of course, being a successful warlord for like the past like 50 years or something, it has an ego with him. And this dude gives away his power and then instantly regrets it. This guy is a dang old knucklehead. Yeah, this movie is insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, with blood being like a prominent figure of samurai movies, the hue of red that they use is so damn good. It sounds crazy, but like I wish my color was that bright red. This movie is so damn cool. There was a scene, kind of towards the end, where one of these guards kind of yelled at the new emperor and kind of said, "I serve the empire, not your wife." And then does this crazy ass move, and like the way the blocking kind of like stops you, it's like, oh my god, what the hell was that? It is insane, dude. Oh my god. Um, it is such a grandiose, impressive set of gathering people and like getting them to do the things that you want them to do. Like I think there was like about 100, maybe 200 extras. Almost some of them in horseback, some of them not. Oh my god! And then these enormous sets were built. Damn, damn, damn! This was so cool. I love the desert scenes where you can tell that one person is absolutely losing their minds, and it's fuck. This movie is damn good. Damn, damn, damn good. The next movie that I saw was The Summit of Gods. The Summit of Gods synopsis. A photojournalist's obsessive quest for the truth about the first expedition to Mount Everest leads him to a search for an esteemed climber who went missing. Damn, damn, damn. Dude, this movie is so good. I am such a dummy for not watching this when it came out in theaters. Um, and the closest I get to watching it is on the big screen, or at least this big ass screen that's taking up my whole composition. Bitch, well, I'll tell you a little scene that happened in this movie. Um, so the main climber that the photojournalist is talking about, we experience a flashback of his, or like a memory of him, uh, where he's being super stern, being really like just kind of nihilistic and just in a way just being a dickhead, all with his climbing community. And there's a young kid who's just amazed and inspired from all this and wants to be a climber. And he he kind of follows him and he's like, "Hey, let me climb with you. I'll do anything you tell me to. Just I want to climb with you." And he kind of reluctantly agrees, and they go climbing. And this is how I have to draw it. They're going up, and they have to go over a ledge, and then back up, kind of at an angle. And then once they're there, they have to climb back up. So there's this kind of like overhang. You see what I'm saying? Like a nose. Think of a nose. So the experienced climber goes through and makes his way up and is starting to go up, while the inexperienced, the young kid, kind of follows him, and then they're trying to climb up, and they finally get to the ridge, and the experienced climber starts to go up, and the inexperienced climber trips or slips on himself and falls down the nose and is hanging from his waist. Like, oh my god. I think it's important to mention that what they were arguing about in the bar was that if we were ever in a position where um, I'm holding on to you for dear life, and it is causing danger to both of us, I would have to cut you. I'd have to cut your rope and let you fall. And everybody in the bar was like, "How could you say that? Like, what's wrong with you? What if it was you in that position? What if you were the one that was hanging, and it had to be your rope to be cut?" And without a missing a beat, he says, "I'd want you to do the same. I'd want you to cut my rope." Intense stuff. Flash forward, we're back at the nose. Um, that kid is dangling off the nose, and the guy up top, knowing that he's gonna cut the rope, um, and after kind of like proclaiming with him, like, "Hey, wake up! We need to get out of this alive." And because he's not responding, um, he's kind of telling himself and kind of telling the inexperienced kid, "I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry." All this is happening with like the tug of another person. All this is happening with somebody else's body weight legit on your shoulders, on your hip, like on your body. And he's kind of like telling himself, Forgive me for what I'm about to do." And he's puts his hands in his pocket to reach for that knife, when all of a sudden all that weight is gone. That little kid, that inexperienced climber, cut his own rope off and fell to his death. And the way that the camera and the animation just backs up and lets you hear the thud of this body hundreds of feet up in the air, and holy hell. If that's not enough for you to watch it, dude, watch it for yourself or something. I don't know. This movie was damn good. Damn. The next movie that I saw was Stick It. The world of competitive gymnastics is about to be turned on its head. Haley is a naturally gifted athlete, but with her social behavior, the teen seems intent on squandering her abilities. After a final brush with the law, a judge sentenced her to an elite gymnastics academy run by a legendary hard nosed coach. Once there, Haley's rebellious attitude wins her both friends and enemies. Um, Dude, if you're a tomboy, if you're like a rebellious person in nature, but also kind of like I don't know, like Bring It On or something like that, this movie is just for you, man. Thank you.
You can't see me. I brought over Kool-Aid, the red one, for those who are colorblind.
I'm Gatsby.
I don't remember which one it is, but it's like. But yeah, I got this beautiful shirt. It says Guerrero Mexico. Sick as fuck. But yeah, damn boy. Check it
Makes me
out.
thirsty, dude. Here's for you, the audience. Yes, please. Okay. If you grew up as a girl who was kind of like more tomboyish, more rebellious, who skated, um, who ended up doing cheerleading or something, uh, this movie is just for you. This movie is a super fun movie. Thank you. And cheers, fellas. This movie is pretty fun. Yeah, I don't think it's like as good or as amazing as like Bring It On or Stomp the Yard or something. Anything within that kind of realm of like athletic drama. But there's still something still very good about this movie. You know, it actually kind of changes towards the end, or at least the competitive side, where like it's no longer about like rebelling to the authority, but it starts to rebel to the authority of the laws and rules of gym etiquette and gym rules, gym standards, which is always like a little hell yeah for me. Um, yeah, I mean it's pretty fun to watch. Jeff Bridges with his like collar popped up like 90% of the time. This dude is for real rocking the whole movie with his collar popped like this, and it is so jarring. Like fix your damn collar. You see that? All in one move. Hair and collar. This movie is pretty fun. It's alright. It's cool. If you do this, like, pretty nonchalantly, pretty casually, this is probably for you. The next movie that I saw was Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. A little friendship never killed anyone. Greg is coasting through senior year of high school as anonymously as possible, avoiding social interactions like the plague while secretly making spirited, bizarre films with Earl, his only friend. But both is but both his anonymity and friendship threaten to unravel when his mother forces him to befriend a classmate with leukemia. Damn, 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 damn. I've been wanting to watch this movie for like the longest. Like when I heard about this movie coming out almost 10 years ago, maybe more. Um, I knew it was something that I was supposed to watch. Um, like if you're a fan of Perks of Being a Wallflower, um, please be kind, rewind, or be kind, rewind. Um, and I don't know, Juno. This is probably right up your alley. Um, this movie is okay. I knew I should have seen this when I was younger, when I didn't know so much about movies. I think I would have liked it a little bit more. But because of where I am, because of all the movies that I've seen and all the films that I've studied and all the pictures I've taken, um, seeing this is just okay. I still liked it, and I think I liked more of the like the little videos, films, the parodies that they shot together as friends, like a Clockwork Orange or just any of the classics like that. I think those are a little bit more interesting to me. Um, but yeah, I mean this was just an okay movie. I don't know. I liked the end. I mean, I did cry at the end, but like, yeah, it was alright. It was cool. The next movie that I saw was Ice Age, The Meltdown. This movie was fine. This movie was okay. I I didn't really care too much about this movie. My sisters were watching it and decided to sit down, thinking that it was the first one. Um, and when I first put it on, I was like, "Wow, the graphics look really good." I think this movie was like 20 years old. Turns out it wasn't. It was 10 years old, and graphics. The story was just okay. Um, Obviously, the first one is the best one, is the better one between these two, and I didn't really care too much about this movie. I mean, I did like um, what's her name, Peaches. Is that her name, Kimbo?
Okay, hold on. Before anything, hi. This is a shirt that I just got. Super cute. I almost died, just like Sid. These are some leggings I got. Super cute. Okay. In the Ice Age, we're following this huge mammoth called Manny, and then he runs into this saber-toothed tiger named Diego. I think first he runs into Sid the Sloth. Not too sure. Okay, but you need background story on who's who. Okay, whatever. So Manny and his friends, I think they're walking around. I don't really remember. I watched this movie like 2 days ago. Manny's walking around and they bring up the conversation of mammoths going extinct since they haven't seen any mammoths around at all, and the only mammoth they seen was Manny. So it's like, bro, you're gonna go extinct. You can't reproduce. Your whole community gonna go bye bye. And he's like, shut up. No, I'm not. And then he sees this other mammoth named Ellie hanging in the tree, hanging with some possums, acting like a possum. And he does everything he can to try and convince her that she's actually a mammoth and not a possum. He's like, look at our shadows, they're the same. Our footprints, we look the exact same. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, bro, we're the exact same. Until she tells him how she was found by a possum family, and that's the whole and the only reason why she thinks she's a possum. Story's so sad. I was crying. I liked it a lot. I thought it was super cute. To be fair, I loved that movie when I was little. I still do. I think it's really funny how Manny was trying to convince Ellie that she was a mammoth, and she was downplaying it so hard. She's like, boy, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a possum. You see that hawk? Could have taken me out with my two possum brothers. We would have been gone. If you weren't here, we would have been dead. Straight up eaten. And he's like, bro, you're like huge. I love Sid. He's so silly. I'm the squirrel. What's the squirrel's name, John John? Scrap. Super silly. That's my dog right there. He looks just like him. I don't know else what to talk about. Was Malcolm and Marie. Okay. The next movie Elvis saw was Malcolm and Marie. Cool? Okay. Jeez. I warmed it up for you with my anxiety. Oh.
Um, Thank you, Kimbo. The next movie that I saw was Malcolm and Marie. Hey, Sabian, if you're watching this, I know you told me to watch this a few months ago, honestly. So I finally saw it and cut to the chase. I don't think I like this. I guess story wise, I didn't like this. Um, I mean, it looked amazing. I love the black and white in this. I'm probably gonna edit this in black and white. I love the black and white in this. I thought it was super fun to look at, both in a kind of like cinematographer way and also the actor kind of way. Let's read the synopsis to Malcolm and Marie. Madly in love. As a filmmaker and his girlfriend return home from his movie premiere, smoldering tensions and painful revelations pushed him towards a romantic reckoning. Look, all right. So this movie was acted very damn good. John David has some big shoes to fill and is doing a dang pretty good job. Zendaya's doing pretty good. You know, she do be good at crying and shit. Besides the acting, besides the cinematography and directing, there's just not much going on in the story. It's a lot of like yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, to the point where like when the ending finally does happen, you don't even care if it's a yes or no. You just want somebody to make a decision and stick with it. And it's annoying. You know, the way that they hate on each other, instant deal breaker. Oh my god. And then the way that they love each other, not enough. These people clearly hate each other and are no good for each other, and they are so toxic for each other. Why are they still together? They're absolutely terrible, horrible for each other. And then, you know what? Spoiler alert if you want to watch this. They still love each other at the end, and it's like, bruh, oh my god, you took me the long way the fuck around just to say, yeah, I still love you, man. Got me messed up. It looks good though. It looks good. The next movie that I saw was Trainwreck, the real Project X. Um, because I was canceling Netflix, I decided to watch just anything and everything that's in the movie, and this was one of those things. Here's a synopsis. A night of drunken chaos rocks a quiet Dutch town in this shocking documentary about a teen's birthday invite that accidentally went viral on Facebook. This was actually kind of crazy. The documentary is fine. It's very interesting. It reminds me of kind of like the older like Vice videos where it's kind of like grungier in a way. And this kind of has that. But there's also like some people in this that you can kind of tell that they peaked in high school and just kept that style. This movie is alright. I don't think I really saw anything that really caught my eye. I do feel bad for the main character or like the victim of all of this. And there's also like this kind of like a Dutch kind of like indie spike kind of TV team who was there kind of like just to record everything. And I think they had made a profit off of this destruction. And there's all these like factors like people trying to stop it, some people who were like enticing it, like instigating it, and other people who were just anonymous that just drove the story or drove this event further. And man, this thing was kind of crazy actually. And it's also like really short, like 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. It's not that long, so it's a pretty easy watch actually. And I think that's why it reminded me of like those like old school uh Vice videos you'd see on YouTube or Facebook back in the day. The next movie that I saw was To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. Attitude is everything. Manhattan drag queens Vita Boheme and Noxema Jackson impress regional judges in competition, securing berths in a national in Los Angeles. When the two meet pathetic drag queen Chichi Rodriguez, one of the losers that evening, the charmed Vita and Noxema agree to take the hopeless youngster under their joined wing. Soon the the three set off on a madcap on a madcap road trip across America and struggle to make it to Los Angeles in time. Yeah, this movie is really cute. Dude, I did not know that my filler light was out. All right, so I know I had talked in like a previous video or so I talked about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and I absolutely love that movie. There's so much story, there's so much character, there's so much arc in going on in there. And while I was watching this, I couldn't help but to compare the two and think, like which one is better of these two? I personally like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert more than this, but it's like they're different movies. I mean, both have drag queens traveling across America to find a destination and how they struggle together as a team. And I'll give it the fact that in Priscilla, one of the queens is not a drag queen. She's a full fledged woman, a full fledged transgender woman. I mean, both a lot of these characters draw parallels to this movie, to these characters here. So I think that's why it's so easy to compare the two. But this one is a lot more well known, a lot more beloved or so, and there are amazing things happening in this movie. Um, I guess more notably is, uh, I'll give you this scene. There's a scene in here where they're all sitting on a porch, all the drag queens, and they're just kind of talking in the community. Fully fledged in the community where they can like laze around on the front porch, and all the people in that town are dressed in regular attire, except for the drag queens. The drag queens are in white. They truly are the angels, the saviors in this town. And I mean, of course, they face like a resistance and uh, phobias and whatnot. Um, but they stand their ground and they are the angels not for themselves but for the community, which absolutely amazing. Not to compare, I know I am comparing. In Priscilla, um, it's a group of these three queens who are going from town to town, getting rejected, pushed around, and like disregarded. That they end up where they're supposed to be, and all the points where they faced rejection, they found acceptance in the end, or at least one character. No, all of them. And I know I'm supposed to be talking about this movie, but I just want to reiterate that how much I like Priscilla, and you should also watch this movie, and you should also watch Priscilla. And I don't know if you're like the kind of person who like doesn't want to watch this because they're men in drag or men playing transgender women, get over yourself, dude. Like, this is a damn good movie with damn good arcs and damn good characters. Watch the movie. It's nice. It's beautiful. It's heartwarming. That's it. The next movie that I saw was The Gangster, The Cop, The Devil. Um, this movie is pretty damn good. uh, let's read the synopsis. Don't let the devil win. After barely surviving a brutal attack by a sadistic serial killer, crime boss Jung Dong-so is left humiliated. Determined to catch the killer known as K, he forms an uneasy alliance with Jung Tae-suk, a relentless and incorruptible detective who often disrupts his illegal businesses. However, while Jung Dong-suk wants K dead, Jung Tae-suk is determined to bring him to justice. With a deal in place, whoever finds K first will decide his fate. The hunt begins, blurring the lines between crime and law. This movie is damn good. I mean, I think a year or so ago, I saw, dude, that little sucker. I saw like a clip of this on Facebook or something like that, where it was like the gangster who was holding an umbrella out while it was raining by a bus stop, and a schoolgirl comes by him, and she doesn't have an umbrella, so he gives that umbrella to her, and she takes it, and then he kind of gives her like study hard, whatever, and the cop pulls up with his umbrella, and they share the umbrella, and uh, there's like a little commentary of like the cop saying like, "Hey, don't you know that this guy's a gangster? You shouldn't be taking things from criminals." And the gangster's like, "You serious? Like, all right, like, hey, what do you think? What does he look like, a cop?" And then the little girl's like, "No, he kind of looks like a thug." And the gangster's like, "See, I told you, you kind of look like you look like a thug." And earlier in the movie, the gangster talked about the cops are just thugs in uniform and stuff like that. They are fucking thugs in uniform. Later on in the scene, and later on in the movie, actually, uh, the gangster is talking with the devil, and the devil is kind of saying something like, "There's not much difference between me and you. I kill people, and you kill people as well." And that kind of trifecta kind of starts to blur the lines of like, where is the line between justice, the killer, and thuggery, crimes. I really like that dynamic where the gangster kind of looks like a cop, or the cop kind of looks like a gangster, but the gangster looks like a devil. But like the devil could be anybody, like a cop or something, and I just like that whole blurred line of morality. Hell yeah, this movie is really good. Just kind of how I said in the last video, Korean productions are amazing. The way they tell very brutal, very gritty, violent things in the most dirtiest way. Um, yeah, it's awesome. Pretty cool. The next movie that I saw was Nightcrawler. Let's just read the synopsis. The city shines brightest at night when Lou Bloom, desperate for work, muscles into a world of an LA crime journalism. He blurs the line between observer and participant to become the star of his own story. Aiding him in his effort is Nina, a TV news veteran. So when I saw this movie when I was younger, I just thought it was cool that it was, I don't know, that it was cool. It was violent and stuff like that. But recently now watching this again, with like brand new eyes and more educated eyes, I guess. Oh my god, this movie makes me incredibly mad. Not that it's bad or anything, but it's just Jake Gyllenhaal's portrayal of a serial killer is just so fucking disgustingly fucking you know what I mean? Like when I look at him, this guy is a fucking monster. And the way that he manipulates people and like disguises himself in plain sight to appeal to a person to further manipulate them, and then whenever whenever a person kind of like tries to give him like a challenge, tries to challenge his authority, his power, oh my god, this guy loses it, but you can't see it. It's all happening inside, and I can see it happening inside. The way his like eyes twitch, his face, like this guy's portrayal of a serial killer is fucking scary, and it is angering. It angers me because of how vile this person is, but I can't help but to not watch. And maybe that's just saying how brainwashed everybody is to see something so horrific, like the TV news channel lady, Nina. Um, she's enabling him to be a sicko, a bit a little psycho. This movie's crazy. Movie is crazy. Let's see the next one. All right. That was all the movies that I saw the first 10 days of July. Um, in my next video, I will be announcing my 200th movie, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. And yeah, let's get it going. Uh, Once again, my name is Elvis. You're watching Joan of Art House, and tell me a movie to watch. I'm starting to run out, and um, yeah. Please tell me how to improve. Please like, comment your favorite movie, and subscribe if you want to see me spiral by the end of the year. And yeah, this is it. This is it. Oh, new place, right? I'm still figuring things out. Still trying to see like what fits. Where do I put myself? Because I'm doing this in my living room right now, and there is a lot of echo going on right now. And yeah, I'm actually I've been planning this thing for the 200th movie for a while now, and I'm pretty sure all of my friends know what's going on. Um, and all this is happening on my birthday, so I'm just super, super, super excited. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye. See ya. I just burped on the mic. Burp on the mic. Blah. I sneeze on the mic. Hear that?
Bro, you did. You're still playing with the remote. You're just.
I did it again.
You gotta keep that in.
You want to keep that?